Hi everyone, and welcome to my garden. You don't normally see this side of the garden, but my name's April, and I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about gardening. Um, I think one of the things that I just wanted to mention is that gardening is like real life. There's good things that are going on it, and there's some bad things going on in the garden at times. My garden's doing really good. What the woodchucks are not eating. And so I just wanted to encourage you, no matter what's going on in your garden or the garden of your life, that don't let perfection be the enemy of good. Don't let being perfect not get the object done that you want to accomplish. And I would love to have a perfect garden moment for you, but it's not. But that doesn't mean there isn't good things in it. So let's take a look at the garden. Welcome. So right here, this is lavender that overwintered this year. I didn't know if it would make it. I live in a snow belt. I'm in zone 5B to 6A, depending on the kind of winter we have, because I live by a Great Lake. And as you can see, I have tomatoes on one side and I have lettuce on the other side. And this lettuce, we were lovingly eating very nicely until the groundhogs moved in. And we have did a trap and release. We've caught 2 of them that were really getting into it a lot. The issue might be done. We're not sure yet. And so we caught them live and we let them go in the woods. So hopefully they have a happy life. Over here, I have green beans that have been kind of a little bit wonky. I don't know if the woodchuck were eating them. I'm sorry about my nails, but I had blueberries, frozen blueberries for snack. But though green beans are kind of like I think the snails are eating them. So this is what gardening can look like sometimes. It can just look hard, but yet look at all the volunteers. I have volunteer sunflowers over here. I've transplanted some, and I'll just pull back. We'll pull in a little bit. I have multiple cilantro that's come up on its own. And I have planted a lot of potatoes, but I have had a lot of potatoes, as you can see, that are volunteers. And if they're volunteering, I'm not going to get in their way. So we have volunteer sunflowers. We have cilantro going to seed. We have some more volunteer sunflowers. These are potatoes I planted, but there are other potatoes that have come up on their own all over the garden. I don't know how the potatoes got all over, but they did. And what am I gonna? I'm not gonna stop it. I had snow peas coming up. They were doing nicely, and the groundhogs have been snacking on them. But on the plus side is this. I brought these. I made this the lavender from seed. I germinated it. Tiny little, slow growing, and it's doing phenomenal. It smells beautiful. And if you can see, it's going to bloom here in a little bit. There's going to be blooms on it. So I'm pretty excited about it, because gardening is a classroom experience and you can always learn. And there's never, you're never going to stop learning in the garden. If you don't know, I'm a no-till gardener. I don't dig. I've never dug this garden. I've never tilled it. Those are baby onions over here, and there's some baby onions there. There's some cilantro that germinated and came up on its own. I did have in this bed here a really nice batch of broccoli, and I had cauliflower, and the woodchuck ate those too. Now I have one little one left here. I'm going to leave it. You never know what can regenerate, because sometimes you just have to have a little break, and maybe it'll get some steam up and regenerate itself. But the different Swiss chards and the spinaches are both going to seed. That kale over there was overwintered. We ate off of it this spring, and now it's going to seed. The seeds were delicious. I was eating the flowers earlier, and they're just wonderful. So as you can see, I mean, I haven't like I did lightly hoe this one this week because I put some carrot seeds in down the middle because they ravaged my Brussels sprouts. So we're trying something new. So, you know, sometimes I was feeling a little bit defeated, and we can feel that way, but you just have to keep, picking up and moving on because, why not? It's a classroom. It's learning. This is my cold frame. We did not remove it, and it's the only thing that the woodchucks did not get in and destroy. And this is how my lettuce would look here if the woodchucks hadn't ate on them. So we pick on this for ourselves regularly and eat at it. And then I ordered some netting. I'm not happy with it. I'm going to have to probably return it. It's all frayed on the ends, and as you can see right here, it's falling apart, and it's brand new. So I'm not happy with this, but I covered for a little bit because I have some beets down in here. I have potatoes in here, and I do have a bit of lettuce. So will the lettuce regenerate? Did we get the groundhogs off of them in time? Don't know, but we'll find out, right? This here is nasturtiums, and they have been coming up every year. I really like nasturtiums in my garden. I just think they're beautiful. There's another one over here, and these ones are self-seed and just keep coming up. So I'm letting them. We are expanding the garden, and as you can see, I now have a greenhouse. I had been taking a little cat nap in my hammock because it's wonderful. And then the brown little tent over here we call the mushroom hut because that's what my kids nicknamed it years ago. So the mushroom hut is up. We have coffee and Jesus time in there, and we just talk and have fellowship with family and friends, and we love it. And then over here in my garden, you can't see real good into it, but there's actually a lot of baby plants in there down in the back. And when I don't know where to put something, I just plant it there, and then I move it around my garden as I'm going. So I will pull out here. Compost is doing very well. I emptied this compost, and I've been working on this one, and I'm building a new one now as we speak. So I haven't, I have not went in here and hoed or pulled weeds in a number of weeks. So yes, there's a few weeds in here, but it's not like a normal garden. I'm very happy with it. I do need to get in here, but real life gardening isn't perfect. It's just, you enjoy where you are in the moment and bloom where you're planted. So this is my black raspberries, and they're doing okay. I have given them water. They really want water. And so we really need rain. We're supposed to be getting rain tonight and this next week, off and on all week, and we could use every drop of it. So I'm looking forward to rain. Then maybe I can get some housework done because I would rather be out in the garden. This is my raspberries, and I think we're going to have a decent crop this year. This will be the first one we've had because we have blooms everywhere. I have watered these too. Probably should have watered them a little bit more, but we'll find out. I live on a village, and so I have to pay for water. And we do have rain butts, but they've been gone a long time ago. So just showing you some of the things. This is a project for outdoor eating. I picked the table off of the sidewalk somewhere someone had, and I'm spray painting it to use outside. This is my garlic, and there are beets in here, and there's a little bit more weeds in here that need to be lightly holed up. The beets are starting to take root. The potatoes are coming up, and then again the spinach is going to seed, so I'll probably harvest some of those seeds out of there. And even the garlic the scapes have already come out, and I haven't had that happen so early, but I'm guessing it's because it's so dry. So I've been just pulling the scapes as I find them, And then you can saute these and eat them, or you could put them, mix them with butter for compound butter. There's multiple things you can do with them. I usually have a lot of them. It's just very interesting how the garlic looks. It probably really does need, oh, and that garlic smells so good. But you can see the tips of them are a little bit burnt. I think they're just thirsty. I think that's what's coming down to. And believe it or not, I have watered this garden. I think I've watered it 3 times. And I'm a no-till, no-dig gardener, but we probably haven't had rain here in a month, and that's extremely unusual. I'm not sure. I've been trying to figure it out, but I'm not sure the last time we had rain. Well, we just had a sprinkling this week, but I mean overall. So that's what's going on in the garden, and I've been in my greenhouse quite a bit here, using that, and just, you know, getting it going. And I put a little garden bed in. I've been potting up a bunch of plants to transplant into the ground. I've got more tomatoes. I sold off a bunch of tomatoes. Probably like 25 or 30 tomatoes I sold off to just on the side of the road here, because I germinated so many. We have more lettuces coming up that'll get pricked out. And we have multiple kinds of squashes, because we like a lot of squash. So, and then I'll probably sell some off. So I'm learning how my greenhouse works. I've only been in it for a couple weeks at the most. I moved in this week, it being done. There's still things to do in here to seal it up for the winter, but that's a ways off. So I'm just looking to enjoy it. I'm going to plant this out. I think I am going to plant all the way down so I can have more vegetables and more things growing this fall. But I have to work on, I don't know about you all, but I personally have to work on not being in the world of perfect. I have to learn that good is good enough. And practice makes progress, not perfection. And that's where I have to live. Because if you try to be perfect, I get paralyzed and just don't do anything at all. And I want to do something. You know, you only get one life to live. Let's live it well. So thank you for coming on this journey and looking around at my garden with me. And if you don't know it, you're deeply loved, and you're cared for by God. And I thank you for coming and stopping by, and happy gardening.